I met my husband when we moved up here. He lived in the small cottage on the green next door to my parents' cottage. And we married in Stonemarket Church. He was on the farm for quite a while, for 24 years, and then when we moved into the council houses, he went and he worked at Jewson's, the builders merchants.
I had another boyfriend he come from Stow Upland, and I used to meet him Sundays after church, and he used to always bring me a pound box of dairy box. And I never used to dare take it home because I daren't tell my mum I'd got a boyfriend, and so I used to hide it behind the hut and eat it during the week until some other children found them and they used to eat them. But my uncles would, having so many relations in the village, they would always tell my mum, I see Mary with so-and-so, you know, and I used to get into trouble for having a boyfriend.
Can you remember dating boys from the village?
Can I remember? No, I only dated my husband.
Just your husband? So
that's all.
did you actually meet him in Creeting St Peter then?
Yes, well, I lived with him. I lived with him 7 years before I married, with my aunt.
My wife now, she came from Stowmarket, and she came up and wanted to see me, you see, because she wanted to go out with me, and she let the wind out of her tyres. So when she got here with a flat tyre, I went here. But I eventually came along and pumped that up for her, and that's how we started going out together.
My wife, she come to Creeting, I think, when she was about 2. We lived neighbours. She went to school, the same school as us and that. We got friendly and we got married in 49. We had a golden anniversary in February and still just as happy.
Where did you two meet?
Sort of.
One night at the Stowmarket Young Farmers dance.
Yes, Robert belonged to the Stowmarket Young Farmers and I belonged to the Debenham Young Farmers, and we sort of met through them really. We have various functions throughout the year.
But when we first came to start farming here, we immediately ploughed up the grassland and turned it into, you know, to cereals. And we were producing sugar beet, wheat and barley. And also we went into the pig business.
Ho! Ho! Ho!
I was about 5 or 6 or round about that age when I started taking these cows down the road. I thought I was a bit young to do it, but I'd done it. I felt a bit big when I used to take I was about 10 to 14 cows, you see, and used to go down there and feed them on the grass. When a motor came, you used to have to keep them off the road. There wasn't many motors about. My father, he had the first motor in the village.
In 1973 I bought the first car, Ford Anglia. That was our first car, 150 pounds. And I believe I had to pay that so much a week. Yeah, I think that was, yeah.
What was your first job after leaving school? Was it in Creeting St Peter itself?
No, it was Stowmarket, in a garage. Well, yes, it was working on the cars of those days, you know. Quite simple they were then to what they are now. And after a while, I was stuck. I was there till I was 21. Then I took charge of another garage in the town, and the mechanical side, and I was there for 49 years.
And when did you own your first car?
Oh, when I was about 25, I think, 26, yeah.
My uncle died in 1932, and he was a builder, you see, builder and blacksmith undertaker, and I carried on the business. But I was termed then as a miner, So I couldn't carry on business till I was 21.
I used to do the booking.
The bookkeeping?
Yes.
Yes.
I used to do that,
Yes.
sit up all night and do it.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I had no children. I had 3 children.
Very busy then?
Yes. Used to get those to bed and then we used to sit and book, didn't we?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yes. And I used to help do the coffins with him,
yeah.
line the coffins. They used to make the coffins in the shops next door. Our shop, all our shops were at the back here, and the old man that came from Stow Upland, the carpenter that came from Stow Upland, he used to come up and help make the coffins at night, and I used to sit and line them.
I built 95 houses on Startland Heights. I built about 22 up here.
Really?
Yeah, I built this one.
You built this house?
Yeah,
Right.
I built the one over the road. I built it for £1,000 over the road. I sold it for 45 was it?
40.
40. Sold it for 40, and built this one for 35. Now it might 95.
What do you used to do at Brazier's Hall?
I was a lot of the time in the workshop, and then after the shepherd left, I helped with the sheep, which was a nice job. That was very interesting.
Was it well paid?
No. 40, either 34 or 40 pounds a week, that's all.
Oh, yes, I used to work on what they called the black line, which was putting the, I used to have to put the, on the hand mowers, I used to have to put the blade, the nuts on the blades in the mowers, and oh, my fingers used to get really, really sore. I used to have bandages on all the fingers by the end of the week. Then we used to have to pack handles up, 10 at a time, in cardboard and all piecework. I just hated it.
How much did you get paid?
On a good week, £2.14 and a penny. I used to save £1 a week. I used to give my mum 10 shillings a week, and the rest I used to have for whatever I wanted, which was plenty enough for me.
Oh yes, I've done a lot of work in the fields, and another job I did was picking daffodils in a blizzard just before Easter, and with the stinging nettles and the sap from the daffodils make your fingers swell.
When did you start farming work?
When I was 14, I left school and went on the land with my brothers.
When were the hardest times?
Harvest time or sugar beeting. When we started sugar beeting, we used to dig them up with a spud, right? Knock them on the spud, knock all the dirt off, and lie them in a line till they dried, and then we'd follow up with cutters and cut the tops off, and make heaps of the beet, and those collected up with a horse and cart.
She always used to have a nice little velvet hat on, did she, when she went to the shops?